Hello and welcome, guys, and today we're going to talk about my personal top 7 monthly dividend paying stocks which are in the real estate section. You can see all the logos right here. And before I start, let's talk about a little bit of a disclaimer. The list only involves REITs and is not a guide. Check if the prices are relevant at the date you are checking. Some stocks presented here may have a high dividend yield, some may even have 10-11%, so do not invest based off of dividend yield alone, and make sure to do your own research. Just because you listen to some guy on YouTube or Instagram and you saw a nice stock that you thought might be a buy, make sure you do your own research. And just a reminder, that is not financial advice. But let's move on. REITs explained. So what are REITs? Those are real estate investment trust, real estate companies that invest in mortgages or own property. What is so special about them? REITs get a special tax treatment if they distribute enough income in dividends. That's why some of these companies will have a high yield monthly dividend. That is because of the tax bracket that they decided to go in, and they have to spread their income as dividend every single month. But highly affected by interest rate changes. So you don't want to have all of your portfolio being built around REITs, even though they might have an appealing high dividend yield every single month. Therefore, are great to diversify your portfolio and add monthly dividends, but should not be the majority of your portfolio, because when interest rates change, inevitably interest rates will change and your portfolio might be in trouble. So just keep that in the back of your mind. What exactly are real estate investment trusts and why you don't want to have too many of them in your portfolio, but they are great to diversify and provide you with some monthly income in dividends. So our first on the list is Armor Residential REIT Incorporated, ticker ARR. This company mainly invests in residential mortgage-backed securities, which are known as MBS in the United States. It is trading at a PE ratio of 3.09, and the dividend yield for this company is 10.08%, which gives us 10 cents per share. The company's securities portfolio primarily consists of United States government-sponsored entities, which are also known as GSE, and the government National Mortgage Administration issued or guaranteed securities backed by fixed rate, hybrid adjustable rate, and adjustable rate home loans, as well as unsecured notes and bonds issued by the GSE and the United States Treasuries and money market instruments. Moving on to the second on the list, we have Agri Realty Corporation, which has a ticker of ADC. The PE ratio for this company is 40.02, which is quite high, so make sure you do some research about this company, whether it's a worthy buy now or not. And the dividend yield is 3.7%, which gives us 22 cents per share. It is publicly traded real estate investment trust, which primarily engages in the acquisition and development of properties net leased to industry leading retail tenants. As of September 30th of 2020, the company owned and operated a portfolio of 1,000 properties located in 45 states and containing approximately 21 million square feet of gross leasable area, which is quite huge. And moving on to the third company, Broadmark Realty Capital Incorporated. This company share value currently stands at about $10, and the PE ratio for the company is 16.53, and the dividend yield is 7.42%, which is 7 cents per every share. Broadmark Realty Capital Incorporated engages in the underwriting, funding, servicing, and managing a portfolio of short-term and first deed of trust loans to fund the construction, development, and investment in residential or commercial properties in the United States. It also provides short-term and first deed of trust loans secured by real estate to fund the construction and development investment in residential or commercial properties. Moving on, we have Realty Income, which I currently own a percentage of. I have about £1,000 invested into this company, and that is the only REIT which I have, so I'm making this as an educational video for myself as well, so I can find out more information about companies that I might potentially want to invest in, because realty income is the only one I have and I want to diversify that a little bit more. The ticker that they're trading at is O, and they have a PE ratio of 71.75, which is quite high. The dividend yield is at 4.1%, which gives us 24 cents per share. Realty income, which is also known as the monthly dividend company, is a SP 500 company dedicated to providing stockholders with dependable monthly income. The company is structured as a REIT, and its monthly dividends are supported by the cash flow from over 6,500 real estate properties owned under long-term lease agreements with our conventional clients. To date, the company has declared 608 consecutive common stock monthly dividend throughout its 52-year operating history, and increased the dividend 109 times since Realty Incomes has been public in 1994. So it has been a pretty steady company, increasing their dividends over the last years, and they have proved that it can provide the monthly income that they are associating themselves with. Next company is Orchid Island Capital Incorporated, ticker is ORC, and the PE ratio for this company is 5.17, which is on the lower scale. Dividend yield stands at 14.13%, which is insanely high, and that gives us 7 cents per share. This company invests in residential mortgage-backed securities, which are also known as RMBS in the United States. The company's RMBS is backed by single-family residential mortgage loans, referred as agency RMBS. Its portfolio includes traditional pass-through agency RMBS, such as mortgage pass-through certificates and collateralized mortgage obligations, and structured agency RMBS, including interest-only securities, inverse interest-only securities, and principal-only securities. Do some research about this company, as the stock price has been dropping over the last 5 to 10 years, so the dividend yield is attracting, but that might not tell you the full story. So make sure you do some more digging about this company, whether it can be a good buy as of now. One of the last companies that we have on the list is SL Green Realty Corporation, ticker SLG. It is trading at a PE ratio of 24.03, and the dividend yield stands at 4.74%, which gives us 30 cents per share. And the company is a S&P 500 company and Manhattan's largest office landlord. It is a fully integrated real estate investment trust, or REIT, that is focused primarily on acquiring, managing and maximizing value of Manhattan's commercial properties. As of December 2020, SL Green held interest in 88 buildings totaling 38.2 million square feet. Now that is some real numbers to put out there. So this company does actually have something to provide the high dividend yield, to prove the high dividend yield that they are paying, and it might be a worthy investment if you do the research necessary. Over the last year, the stock price of SL Green has gone up 75%, so it is something that is worthy looking at. Obviously, they have been affected by coronavirus quite heavily, but they have managed to recover pretty well. So just make sure to do some more digging on the stock if you actually want to buy it, but it looks pretty decent. And last but not least on the list, we have Whitestone REIT, which has a ticker of WSR. The PE ratio for this company is 64.31, dividend yield standing at 5.19%, which gives us 4 cents per share. And Whitestone REIT is a community-centered shopping center, which is a troublesome sentence, that acquires, owns, manages, develops and redevelops high-quality open neighborhood centers, primarily in the largest, fastest growing and most affluent markets in the Sun Belt. Whitestone seeks to create communities that thrive through creating local connections between consumers in the surrounding communities and a well-crafted mix of national, regional and local tenants that provide daily necessities and needed services, entertainment and experiences. And that is it for my personal top 7 list for monthly dividend paying REITs. Hopefully you have learned something. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for the YouTube algorithm. If you have any more ideas on what videos I should make, then leave them down in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.